All right. So, yeah, I know there's two in the same week. I got Froggy and I had something I wanted to share. And so we're going to do that. A little bit of a late lunch, so it's all good. Um, finished reading this last night. Take that out. Um, Michael Knost, Return of the Mothman. This was an interesting jaunt down my home territory. I mean, he's from Chapmansville, West Virginia. Honestly, I think he lives right down the street from my mamaw. And next time I get up there, I'm going to go buy him a biscuit at Tudor's or something. That's the thing to do up there now, apparently. But it was an interesting dive into coal country, Appalachia, the way things are back there, because it's strangely different from the rest of the world. Even in you get over into Kentucky a little further, you get down into Virginia, North Carolina, things are different. Just are. I liked the way that he was pulling in the Mothman myth and how he was tying it to good and evil. Decent sized little book, nice for evening reading. I mean, I don't know what the word count was, but it's like novella size or something like that. But I really liked it. Um, I don't like to get into deep thought when I'm just trying to relax and chill out and, just before bedtime or something. I've had a bad day and I just can't concentrate on putting words down. So something that's fun. It takes me on an adventure. It's the kind of stuff I like to read. So yeah, this is a perfect little read to pick up. Next on my list of the god awful stacks of books, I was given a book by a local author who's actually joined the Corner Scribblers, my little writing group here in Chattanooga. Jocko. It's another horror. Oh, there we go. A.L. Gates. Dealing with a little bit of voodoo Cajun horror going on. The cover alone, I mean, dear God, I'd grab this just for the cover. Look at that. That thing is badass looking. It's like an evil yard gnome or some shit. What is this? 6x9, 358 pages. So it's decent size. It does jump back and forth between a modern and a historical setting between two major characters. I'm still trying to figure out how it ties together because, well, you see how far I've gotten so far. But then, I got a problem. It might be a little bit of an addict because every time we go to a bookstore or something, I keep picking up more books. And then we went to Superstars this past week, and I got, a couple things picked up. This one was actually given to me, and I can't get the glare to stop. I got new Writers of the Future that I didn't have. More research material. Kevin Anderson's Clockwork Angels that him and Neil Peart had worked on together. He buries Kagan of the Damned. That's going to be good. Kevin Eichenberry's The Crossing. And I did get these signed over there. And the one I'm really looking forward to digging into is that one. Here There Be Dragons. James Artemis Owen. And nice little dragon drawn inside if it would. There we go. The glare's not too bad. But, I keep collecting books. And I keep finding books that are just freaking awesome and I don't want to get rid of and I want to keep. And I need more shelves. I need a lot more shelves. So, that addict problem, I think most of us authors have that problem because we keep reading and keep growing and keep devouring everything we got. But see, we've got this bookstore here in Chattanooga, and there's I think there's one in Asheville, there's one in Nashville, and one in Knoxville. I think that's all of them. But you find some beautiful, beautiful little finds. I know more than a few people is going to be jealous of these. I found a whole stack of Moorcock that I hadn't seen in forever. And unfortunately, I've never actually read Moorcock that I can think of. I probably have and just didn't realize it because I've read a lot of stuff. Um, I picked this one up just because it's a 50-cent special, but it looked interesting. And then picked up a Louis L'Amour. I keep hearing about Louis L'Amour on the Western side. I've never read one that I can think of. I read more than a few Westerns, and it's never really been my cup of tea, but I want to look at his writing style. And I guess that's kind of the point of where I'm going. We read and we devour all these different works to learn and grow. We find our voice by digging into others and finding what worked for them and seeing how we can adapt it for ourselves. So, it doesn't matter what genre you're reading, you can learn something from it. Even, going and looking at historical stuff and things like that, you can still learn something from it. But, you get into thrillers, well, you're going to see how the action scenes are done differently. You get into mystery, then, how tension is built and you can add to it. So, all these different elements that can combine together to make this great thing. And I don't know. I guess that's why I'm genre fluid. I don't care. I'll read anything. I'll even read trash romance just because. I've done it before. That when it was all we could get a hold of over in the Middle East on deployment, then you just kind of read whatever you had. And I actually found one romance that was actually a pretty good story. It wasn't just smut. It wasn't all that. It was about the connection. And I wished I could find that one. I don't remember the name of it. This was back in the mid '90s that I had found it. Somebody left it in the little library we had in the rec tent, and that's actually where I got all three of the Dragonlance Chronicle books, and I'd snagged them all three up at the same time. Probably read through them 4 times on that deployment. That's what got me through it. But don't be ashamed to jump out and read other stuff because you can learn something from it. And if you go into it knowing what you can possibly learn, like thrillers, action scenes, read some Jonathan Mayberry for the action pacing and style, and you can adapt that to what you're doing in your works. Same thing with the mysteries, same thing with the sci-fi for the tech side of things. Okay, bringing in details, but you don't want so much detail that's overwhelming. So, no, my little 2 cents. Yeah, lots of books. I got catch up. I still got a box of books from when I did the Bane tour because they turned us loose with a box. That was cool and fun. But okay, yeah, I gotta go back to that evil day job thing, and I will catch y'all later.